Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, like this video, and share. I come to you with bad news. We lost one of our brothers. His name was Yampi Méndez Arocho. I want to share the story about his life and living and how he was murdered. Only 19 years old, murdered in Puerto Rico. Share this video. Welcome to
Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody getting it for you? What's going on, people? Subscribe to my channel.
His name was Yampi now. He's a trans man murdered in Puerto Rico hours after assault report. Now, there's a bunch of websites and stuff that's a reference to this story and stuff, but I'm going to try to go through a few and share with you. This story is reported as of March 12, 2020. Yampi shot to death last week. It's the second trans person to be murdered in the territory this year. Now, a trans man was shot to death in Puerto Rico last week, marking the third homicide of a trans American this year and the second in Puerto Rico. Yampi was killed March the 5th in the town of Mocha. According to reports from the media and the New York Daily News, it said reported had been attacked by a woman. So they misgendered him about 5 hours before the fatal shooting. He was shot twice in the face and once in the back. Twice in the face and once in the back. He was misgendered and dead named in some media reports. His mother called the police after the initial assault. This is little information about what happened between the investigation and eventually the death of the person. Now, local LGBTQ advocates are calling the authorities to thoroughly investigate this crime, including an investigation whether or not it was bias or motivated crime. Now, of course, we just talked about this in Puerto Rico about a trans woman named Alexa, known as Nalisa, and she was shot to death on Toba Banji, Puerto Rico in February, hours after being reported to the police for using the women's restroom. Activists are calling for her death to be investigated as a hate crime. Now, I saw something else in reference to another website that I was looking at in reference to this as well, because there's a bunch of websites that have a lot that's going on, about this. Is just very active. 19-year-old trans man from Puerto Rico is the third to be recorded a transgender person killed in 2020. Okay, give me a second. Okay, now it says that 19-year-old trans man was killed in Puerto Rico, of course, misgendered and stuff, and everything seems to be just about as accurate as it was going, before. But it says detail of the incident is still unclear. But according to the local reports, Yampi was assaulted 5 hours prior to the death, allegedly. So he was assaulted 5 hours prior to his death. He was found around 8:30 p.m. on Thursday near the park of Mocha. The municipality located on 65 miles west of San Juan. According to the Ariel homicide division, he was hit with 2 bullets in his face and 1 in his back. Some initial reports including the story on Vision of Puerto Rico misgendered. Okay, we talked about that already. Okay, this is the thing. The family in my prayers. Rest in peace, my brother. Rest in peace. So he was already being assaulted. I don't know what's going on in Puerto Rico, but Troy, there's a lot going on. I've heard a lot of things about this since I've been doing these stories about how dangerous in certain areas of Puerto Rico could be. So if you are a trans person or even a gay person, please be safe out there. Because there's something in the water that has a lot of blood running through it. And it's not right. This man was only 19 years old. He was just a baby, a teenager. 19 is still a teenager. He's not even an adult yet. Well, he's adult, you know what I mean. But he's still a teenager. Murdered. Murdered. Details of the incident is still unclear, but according to reports, Yampi was allegedly assaulted 5 hours prior to his death. So he was assaulted. Y'all got that information. Who assaulted him? Who assaulted him? Said in a statement on social media account, Yampi identified as male, used masculine pronouns that could be perceived as a trans man. Now, what's saying here is that Yampi's mother called the police 5 hours before the crime and told authorities that her son had been attacked by a woman. The LGBTQ activists Puerto Rico urging authorities not to rule the incident as not to rule out the incident as a hate crime. So basically, find a woman. He had been attacked by a female. Find a woman. And there lies your answer. Find a woman. You know, it is so sad that we're still reporting these murders and stuff, and 19 years old. Now, I'm not sure if all the reports are accurate and stuff, so I have to say allegedly, but the thing about it is that he was only 19 years old. In my personal opinion, or I'm just speculating, was he in a relationship with this woman that was attacking him? Were they seeing each other? It almost sounded like a domestic dispute. My personal opinion, not accurate, but just opinion. Because the only reason why I say that is says that Yampi's mother called the police about 5 hours before the crime and authorities that her son had been attacked by a woman. I just don't understand why people just can't live and let live. Then the thing about it is not only attacked, killed. Killed. You shot this man 2 times in the face, and my personal opinion rolled him over and shot him in his back. Now, if a female did this, she need to be brought up on charges, big time. But for some reason, I could be wrong, this sounds like a male did this. And the only reason why I say a man must have did it, not saying women can't do stuff like this, because we know women can do anything, but you shot him in the face and then turned him over and shot him in the back. Unless he fell down on his face. And then you ran over and shot him in the back. This is a cruel world. This is a cruel world. It's a cruel world. Trans people have it hard enough already. They have it harder than hard. We get to be laughed at. We get to be talked about as if we're not even sitting right there. If we react, we're the one that's aggressive. We're the ones that's the wrong one. As long as we take the abuse, everybody's fine. Now, I may not get here with y'all, but it's going to come a time when trans people are going to get tired of this. It's going to come a time when it's going to get reversed. It's going to come a time when enough is really enough. And there'll be death by suicide. Damn it. Before you get me, I'll get you. That's how the story gonna play out. Because it's gonna come a time when these trans women and trans men have had enough. No more listening. No more trying to do trans visibility. No more trying to sit out here to get you understand where we coming from. No more trying to sit down and educate you. There's gonna come a time we say, you know what? If you ain't learned by now, we don't care. Pass the baton. Now you see what it's like to be hunted. Now you see what it's like to be abused. Now you see what it's like. But I'm sure the shift will change then. Oh, what's wrong with them? They're crazy. But killing us is not crazy. Murdering us is not crazy. Blaming us for our murder is not crazy. To some of them. But it's going to come a time when there's going to be a shift in the wind. And these trans people are going to get tired of these stories. They're going to get tired of hearing them. They're going to get tired. You poke the bear long enough, the bear will bite you. But anyway, like I said before, rest in peace, my little brother, and the family in my prayers. Rest in peace. Comment below how y'all feel about this video, you know. I don't know. Like I said before, share my video, like, subscribe. At the top, there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.